Is there a better case to be made, or should the kind of tongue-in-cheek comment that Canada should become the 51st state if it doesn't want tariffs have some truth to it?
Well, when it comes to trade, we do $1.3 trillion of two-way trade with the United States. That's more than China, Japan, UK, and France combined. We're the closest allies and friends over many generations, over centuries, actually. And we're just so much stronger together. I listened to Ron earlier on your show here. He's bang on. You're going to need the energy. Who has the energy? Ontario has the energy. We're nuclear energy leaders in the world. We're building small modular reactors, leading the world. And who would we love to give our energy to, which we do now, by the way, is the U.S. We ship energy down to Michigan, over to New York, so does Quebec. But Alberta ships 4.3 million barrels a day. You start tariffing that, and the American public's going to see an increase in gas by $1 a gallon. All I'm saying to the president is we aren't the problem. China's the problem. Mexico is the problem. China is shipping parts and cars over to Mexico. Mexico slapping on Made in Mexico stickers on, shipping them up through the U.S. and into Canada, costing American and Canadian jobs. So we're there to strengthen our relationship, not hurt our relationship. I always say that 9 million Americans wake up every morning to produce products that are shipped up to Ontario. We're the #1 trading partner, #1 export destination to 17 states, #2 to 11 other states.
Interesting.
It seems, Premier, it seems that, again, everyone says, tariffs are a negotiating point. How would you react? The border seems like fixing the border should be relatively easy. Canada probably needs to pay more to the defense, and that's certainly a negotiating point. And then I hear things. I ask friends, and they say you're very far north. The seas, you have to secure those. And do you think you're willing to do that in a trade-off for not having tariffs?
Well, I've called for a meeting with the Prime Minister and all the premiers, and we're going to hold his feet to the fire. I'm sure he's going to come back. We're meeting him at 4 o'clock today. I'm the chair of the Federation this year, and we're going to make sure we're going to secure the border. We have mentioned this well before President Trump or President-elect Trump got elected. We were telling him about the border, and we need to meet our 2% NATO commitment. We're at approximately 1.4%. Put that aside, because Ron, I agree, we can fix it. But, there's no closer trading partner than Ontario and Canada as a whole. We are not a threat. You take our energy off the list there, and our trade, $500 billion of two-way trade every year with the U.S. Ontario alone, split equally right down the middle. We're a big auto province here, and 50% of the parts are produced either at an assembly plant here in Ontario or even in Michigan. They're coming from the U.S. And, it's just going to hurt the supply chain. It's been around, the auto pack, since 1960s. And it can go back and cross the border 8 times before it gets assembled in a plant in the U.S. or in Ontario. We're just so much stronger together. I just can't stress it enough. It's going to hurt Canadian jobs, but I can assure you it's going to hurt American jobs when they don't have their #1 destination to export to without being tariffed.
Well, you think of Ontario and its proximity to the manufacturing bases in Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, and so forth. And a lot of those parts, as you just said, move back and forth across the border multiple times during the production process. And if you're putting tariffs on at each of those iterations, you end up with a much more expensive end product.
Yeah, that's what I always say. If someone in Texas is buying a pickup truck that's produced outside of Toronto at the GM plant, they're typically paying $60,000. You put tariffs on that, that's going to be $75,000. It's hurting the American people. It's hurting the Canadian people. Why the president is doing this is beyond me. Again, let's focus on Mexico. Mexico has to make a decision here. They're either with Beijing or they're with Washington. I can tell you where Canada's with. Canada's with Washington.
So you're saying, Premier Ford, that there's no way that if we put tariffs on Chinese goods, that they're going to backdoor them through Canada?
Absolutely. We're the ones who put 100% tariffs on Chinese vehicles, and I think 25% on parts. And we'll continue tariffing anything coming from China. That's where the problem lies. Again, shipping Chinese cars and parts into Mexico, Mexico slapping a sticker on and shipping them up through the U.S. and Canada. They do not deserve a seat at the table. I'd much rather prefer to do a bilateral trade deal directly with the U.S. If Mexico wants to do one separately with us, so be it.
Wow.
Well, Premier, we need your oil and gas, okay? So get the NATO thing fixed, get the border thing fixed, and make a deal.